Welcome to this week's episode of Leatherneck Insider. I'm Levi Meyerhofer.
And I'm Jalen Short. It was a packed week for WIU sports, and the newest athlete of the week is here. Leatherneck Insider reporter Austin Holzenagel has more with this week's winner, Kelsey McDenia.
Welcome to Leatherneck Insider's Athlete of the Week with this week's winner, Kelsey McDenia. Kelsey, congratulations on winning this award. And how has your weekend been? We've had some fantastic weather in Macomb.
It's been good. We had a 10-day break where we had a good week of practice, and my family came down and I got to see them, and it was fun.
Awesome. And now the people have spoken. They voted you this week's Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week after you scored in back-to-back games. Tell us about that start to your season.
The start to the season's been good. We're a really young team, so we've had a lot of building to do, but we've done good, and I think we're ready for conference.
Yeah, and you're one of the many new faces on this team. Tell me about your transition to Macomb, and how has that been? And do you have any favorite spots around the area that you like to go already?
It's been a little rough. I mean, I definitely miss my family. I miss home, but soccer obviously keeps me busy, and school keeps me busy, and I love the girls on the team.
Yeah, now that you've gotten your first couple games underneath your belt, I kind of want to know, what's the biggest difference between playing soccer at the high school level versus now the college level?
The biggest difference between the high school level and the college level is the girls are a lot stronger, and when you come to practice, everyone's ready to work, everyone's competitive, and it's always hard.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you again, Kelsey, for doing this interview. And again, this has been Leatherneck Insider's Athlete of the Week with this week's winner, Kelsey McDenia. And for Leatherneck Insider, I'm Austin Holzenagel.
Thanks, Austin. Kelsey McDenia and company will be in action tomorrow as they take on Morehead State at 1 p.m. Good luck, ladies.
The WIU volleyball team is happy to have one of their players back after a season-ending ACL injury last year. Leatherneck Insider reporter Caden Strenz has more.
Middle blocker Grace Nichols is back with the team after a short 2022 season because of an ACL injury she suffered. Nichols shared part of the rehab process.
It was a really rough process. You have to get used to your new leg and trust it. It's not like all physical, it's a lot mental, so you have to be very mentally strong.
Nichols also shared her initial reaction to finding out that her season was coming to an end last year.
So I've never had a major injury in my life. So when I fell and I heard a pop, I immediately knew like it's over for a while.
Nichols is excited to be back on the court this season.
Last time I got to play, it meant a lot to me, especially because my mom was there and she helped me through the whole process. But it means a lot to play. It's obviously I get nervous because it's been a while, but yeah, it means a lot to me.
For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Caden Strenz.
Thank you, Caden, and welcome back, Grace. We wish you the best of luck as the season progresses.
Speaking of WIU volleyball, we want to wish a special congratulations to Carly Wenzel as she surpassed 1,000 digs as a Leatherneck September 15th against Missouri State. You can watch Wenzel and the Leatherneck September 29th when they hit the road against Morehead State.
The WIU women's basketball team has added a new member to their roster, and she can really fill up the stat sheet. Leatherneck Insider reporters Ben Polanka and Jalen Short have more on this story.
Western Illinois women's basketball added a new player to the team this offseason. One of those players is Reagan McCowan. The 5'11" guard averaged 27 points per game last season and scored over 2,000 points in her entire high school career. Here's what McCowan has to say on what she plans on contributing to the team.
I think the big things that I'm going to bring to this team this year that's going to translate over to the college level, I think, is definitely my rebounding and scoring around the basket. I think those are two big things.
McCowan head coach Jackie Payne described her as a coach's dream.
Honestly, I think the person you are off the court, I think that'll show to the person you are on the court. I always try to be super humble, just have good sportsmanship, and that's a big thing about me. I think is super important. I'm not one of those people you're going to see probably walking around the court being cocky, showing off. But I think all that will come out how you play basketball. I think that's the best way to show your ability, I guess. More walk the walk than talk the talk.
For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Ben Palanca.
It's a new year and a new conference for the WIU women's soccer team. This week, our reporter Abdoulaye Doucouré spoke with head coach Jose Primo on the team chemistry and their attitude going into their first Ohio Valley Conference match.
The Western Illinois University women's soccer team will be kicking off their first OVC game of the season against Southeast Missouri State. I got a chance to talk to Jose Primo on the team attitude going to this conference.
The team was really excited about switching conferences. It's something that the girls were really motivated going into. I think just the switch of knowing we're going to play new teams, we're traveling to new schools, places that we've never been before, and getting to really compete against a different style of play and be in a different conference was really exciting and something that they were looking forward to leaving their stamp on.
With their many new incoming players, Coach Primo talked about her approach of tactic during this season.
We brought in 15 new players this fall. We have 4 transfers, 11 freshmen. So when you have that many new people that are all getting playing time, that are all trying to experience this team for the first time together, it's something that we're still learning and trying to figure each other out. The girls are still warming up to one another, trying to figure out what pairings and what matchups work best for them. So we're not tied down to a certain style of play. We're pretty fluid and we're still trying to work the kinks out, but it's something that's going well and we're building in a positive way every day.
During our conversation, Coach Primo mentioned that the positive culture made it easier for the freshmen to fit in. Reporting from Leatherneck Insider, I am Abdoulaye Doucouré.
Thank you, Abdoulaye. Good luck to the women's soccer team, and we hope they have success in their new conference. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will discuss men's golf and the start to their season.
Not W?
It's not W, it's W. 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 That's what I've been stressing out about the most so far. It's saying W because I know it's something you're going to say right. Yeah, we've been there.
They're like, we're waiting on, what are we waiting on? They haven't said anything. I'll tell them we're ready to go, we can start.
Hello everyone, I am Will Thomas.
And I'm Dane Mackley. Welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider.
Welcome back to Leatherneck Insider. The WIU men's golf season is just getting underway as they finish their second tournament at the Valpo Invitational. Leatherneck Insider reporter Austin Holznagel has more about the start of the season with Leatherneck senior David Ayala.
Men's golf is 2 tournaments into their season, and Leatherneck senior David Ayala feels like he's in more of a leadership position on the team and is ready to get back into a rhythm.
I mean, we've had 2 tournaments so far. This year we have a completely new team. I'm probably the last guy from last year that's new senior. So it's kind of exciting. At the same time, trying to welcome in these new transfers and also the freshmen that are sophomores now. Season is going well. We're just trying to get back in business. It takes a minute or 2 because you travel a lot and then you're getting used to playing 36 every day, but in the end you get used to it and hopefully so will our season.
Ayala is a transfer from the University of Illinois Springfield, competing in his 3rd season for WIU. There is a big change this year with a new conference, and David is excited for the competition.
Just for my team, we've set a couple goals. Of course, we got OVC this year, so that's exciting. It's a conference I feel like we're going to be very competitive in. So far, we've only seen one of the teams in competition, which is Eastern Illinois, and it went well against them. So the main goal is to win, since the beginning of the season. And we have the talent for that. We have the work ethic for that. So, yeah, the end goal is to win. As for me personally, I just want to have fun my last year. That's about it.
As one of 3 seniors on this team, Ayala is going to make the most of this season and take it putt by putt.
Yeah, it's my last season. I am excited. It's not time to be sad. You know, I've had my fun. It's been 4 years, and now, I mean, you just get the last part of it, and what else to do but enjoy it and go like minute by minute, shot by shot, and see what happens from there. I've always been a big believer in staying present, especially in golf, so if I can do that my last year, I'll be happy with myself.
Plenty of good vibes surrounding Ayala and this Leatherneck team. For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Austin Holznagel.
Thanks, Austin. Men's golf is back on September 25th and September 26th as they travel to Des Moines, Iowa to compete in the Zach Johnson Invitational.
Well, now we have a little history for everyone. We now send it over to Leatherneck Insider reporter Luke Little to talk about the Battle of the Sexes. Take it away, Luke.
Well, guys, today we're going to take a deep dive into history. Wednesday, September 20th, marked the 50th anniversary of the Battle of the Sexes, the infamous matchup between Bobby Riggs and Billie Jean King at the Houston Astrodome in 1973. A little backstory for the non-historians watching. This matchup was actually the second of the Battle of the Sexes, the first being called the Mother's Day Massacre, which Bobby Riggs had won against Margaret Court. Riggs then challenged Billie Jean King a second time, to which she accepted. The match was made and was put on primetime television. King would win the match in 3 sets, a clean sweep in front of over 90 million viewers worldwide. This matchup didn't only impact the tennis world, but all of sports. King would go on to fight for equal pay in women's sports and also help fight for Title IX for equal representation. This was the gateway for women to gain the right and fight for their rights and recognitions that they deserved. The Battle of the Sexes was way bigger than tennis could ever hope to be. Even after 50 years, it's still impacting our lives today. Make sure to stick around. When we come back, we got more on WIU women's golf.
Your vision.
My goal is to work at a top 100 television station as a reporter, anchor, and a producer.
Our mission.
Thanks to Western, I have a resume that would beat out most students from the top journalism schools in the country.
This is Western Illinois University.
I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Welcome back. WIU women's golf is back in action, and the team is looking to build off last season. The team starts the season placing 16th out of 17 in their opening tournament. The team looks to rely on the experienced players to turn things around. Head coach Leah Bill Lukarinen is excited for her experienced team and thinks they can make it far, but she believes they have to get off to a very, very strong start. Lukarinen has had the privilege of coaching for 20 years, and the love of golf and the players is what keeps her going. She was also inducted into the inaugural Greater Ileana Sports Hall of Fame back in 2021, and she was honored and stated that it was a huge accomplishment. The team is at the Brittany Kelly Classic today and looks to improve on their season. Good luck, Leathernecks.
Staying on the fairway, the Macomb High Bombers boys and girls golf teams repeated as Prairie Land Conference champions last week. On the boys' side, Nick Perkins was a medalist, and Justice Keene, Toby Cale, Drew Taylor were all conference with top 10 finishes. On the girls' side, Taryn Ritchie was a medalist, and Brentley Tibbetts was all conference, top 10 finish. The Lady Bombers competed in a meet on Monday, September 18th. The Bombers finished 3rd overall, shooting a 211 as a team. Taryn Ritchie led the way for the Bombers, shooting a 46, which was tied for 6th overall. The Lady Bombers had their senior day at Gold Hills on Tuesday. The Bombers beat Quincy 214 to 217. Taryn Ritchie led the way once again for the Bombers, medaling, shooting a 49.
The Macomb High Bombers football team improved their conference record to 3-1 last Saturday as they took on Hamilton Warsaw 40-30. The Bombers head into a tough stretch as they play 4 conference games over the next month, with their first against Farmington on Friday night.
The Macomb High volleyball team got back in the win column as they defeated Illini West in 3 sets. The Bombers have a crucial stretch coming up with 3 straight conference matchups. The Bombers will take on Bushnell Prairie City, Havana, and Quincy Notre Dame over the next 2 weeks. When we come back, we'll have another installment of Schoolboy Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Not W. It's not W, it's W. 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 That's what I've been stressing out about the most so far. It's saying W because I know it's something you're going to say there. Yeah, we've been there.
They're like, we're waiting on, what are we waiting on?
They haven't said anything. I said we're ready to go. We can start. Will Thomas.
And I'm Dane Mackley. Welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider.
Welcome back, everyone. We now send it over to Stoolboy, who's at Hanson Field. Who do you have this week?
Welcome back to another episode of Stoolboy Sports. This week, I'm with Braden Smith. Braden, how you doing this week?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So, Braden, obviously an increase in role from this year to last year. Just talk about your role from last year when you were on special teams to this year.
I was just kind of learning from the guys ahead of me. We had some veteran guys, Bryce Cross and TJ Limehouse. They were playing their last years, and so they had a lot of experience. So just sitting behind them, just learning everything I could, and just taking pride in the role I had, special teams wise. I was just it was pretty cool. Just being able to be on the field after not playing the first 2 years and traveling, I just was soaking everything up. It was awesome.
And what was your motivation when you weren't playing that much? What kept you motivated for this year?
Honestly, it's just more I feel like it was just my time will come type moment. I was feeling like I know that it's right now it's just it takes time, and obviously at the end of the season I got to start 2 games and play a lot of NDSU, so it was just having the patience and just being able to be resilient and just fight through it, I guess.
And you went through a coaching change here. What made you stay at Western when that coaching change occurred?
Honestly, it's probably, I like the message that Coach Hendrickson had once he got here. That was a big thing, and I didn't have a lot. I wasn't proven yet. And I was just a walk-on, still trying to figure out the safety position. So I think that was one of the bigger reasons, and I just love it here. Love the culture that we're continuing to try to build. But yeah, that was one of the biggest reasons for me.
And so, what's been your favorite moment of this season so far?
I would say definitely just being able to play against New Mexico. That just traveling and seeing that different culture, atmosphere, the elevation, everything was pretty cool. Playing an FBS opponent and starting this season, starting my 4th year here, I think that was probably my favorite memory of this year so far.
And what's led to you lead the FCS, or you live the MVFC in tackles? What's been the reason behind that?
Honestly, it's just taking every bit of coaching from Coach Dowdy, my position coach, and my defensive coordinator, Coach Jury. Just they've been putting me in the best position to be playing the way I have been so far. Obviously, I just more to improve on, and hopefully I can just continue to do what I'm doing right now.
And one final question for you, Braden. What's your most memorable moment been here at Western Illinois football-wise?
It's definitely my first win, my freshman year. It was a spring COVID season. We beat Youngstown State. It was just felt amazing to win after a lot of adversity that we faced during that first season, a lot of injuries, and obviously COVID playing in the spring, completely different than what we're doing now. So I think that was probably my favorite memory of so far.
Well, there you guys have it. Thank you, Braden. I'll see you guys next week, another episode of Stoolboy Sports.
Thank you, Stoolboy.
And Levi, just a quick question for you, man. What do you think the Leatherneck football team needs to do to get their first win this season?
I'd say close up the defense a little bit more. They looked really good, especially in the first half this past week. But I think just closing up that defense a little bit more could put them over the edge and get that win that they so desperately need.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with you, bro. I mean, I think the offensive line needs to kind of just lock in and just focus on protecting Matt Morrissey. He needs time to throw the ball, and when he has time to throw the ball, he makes great things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's all we have for today's episode. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at InsiderWIU. From Leatherneck Insider, I'm Jalen Short.
And I'm Levi Meyerhofer. This is Hoff signing off, and we'll see you next week, Leatherneck Nation.